If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Hey. Hey. When's the last time I could dance like this after a Bills game? It's been a minute, people. Welcome back to the Rico Report Week. Woo! Let's effing go. Y'all know I hate the Jets, so this is extra sweet, extra sweet when we beat down the Jets. Y'all gonna sit your butts down. That's what it was, because the Buffalo Bills today stood on business. Business is what they stood on, and we handled the Jets the way we were supposed to. That's how we were supposed to handle them week one, and we let them off the hook. We Dennis Green them. We Arizona Cardinal them. We let them off the hook. We had them where we wanted them. Aaron Rodgers goes down. Offense is putrid. And we let them off the hook with a damn punt return touchdown for them to feel extra good. And then they had a little bit of hope to try to make the playoffs a little bit. And today we said, no, thank you. We ain't doing it. We standing on business today. And don't forget, you guys are you're a rival. We're supposed to whoop ass. Instead, you're backing across the street. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, let me, you guys already know how I start my shows. I always got to give a little bit of love to the other squad because they do have some fans that will come and watch this post-game show, and they're going to want to hear a little bit about their team. Did we suck really bad? I get it. You know what I'm saying? My man King Cam said, yo, the Bills stood on business today. You know what it is, man. Standing on business. So, Jets fans, for those that are watching, you guys, y'all are a good team. You guys are a good team. You guys just don't have a quarterback. I'm sorry, Zach Wilson. He's just not that dude. He's not that dude. You guys don't have an answer at quarterback spot. I feel for you guys because you squandered a really good defense. Squandered a really, really good defense. And I feel for you. Because at one point, Bills fans were questioning what we were doing with our defense. Right? We were wondering what we were like, yo, are we going to squander this good defense? How are we going to do this? Well, Matt Milano and Trey came back from injury. Like, this defense was playing lights out. And we sitting here BSing. So it feels good to be on the other side of the win L column. We're on the win column. But Jets fans, hold your head up high. Just a little. There's hope for y'all. Just not this year. When Aaron Rodgers does come back and he's 40 years old, I don't know what you guys are going to do with a 40-year-old, but when your 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers comes back and you think he's your answer, or he may be, maybe, just maybe, you guys will be competent enough to, to hang out with the big boys in the East. Now it's a two-man race at the end of the day. I don't care what anybody tells me. It's a two-man race. The Dolphins have to win out. They have to win out because we're going to do our best to try to push. Now, we got the Eagles. The Eagles is a tough game, but that's for next week. This week, we on your ass right now. We are on the Jets' ass right now. So, Jets fans, it wasn't a very good day for you guys. It really wasn't a good day for you. Zach Wilson is absolutely putrid. He's terrible. He's awful. He gave y'all no chances. We were all over his ass. Rasul Douglas just got here 3 weeks ago, and he was all over you. All over you, man. 3 turnovers for this brother. This guy had a hat trick today. Hat trick. Golly. Let me keep going. So, that being said, y'all do have some stars on this squad. Garrett Wilson, he is a star. Garrett Wilson is a star, and today just wasn't his day. This Bills defense, let's not get it twisted. I don't care what anybody tells me about Coach McDermott being on the hot seat. Coach McDermott is a damn good coach, and he's a damn good defensive coordinator. Once this team starts to realize, he was never really the issue. It was just us getting in our own way. Then we can kind of move on with things. But my man McDermott came today and said, we are standing on business, and we're not going to let anything happen and squander this opportunity. We were on you guys early. And it started off with setting the tone with Coach Smiley saying, you know what? I don't want them to try to do me like they did Danny Crossman. So we're about to come out on special teams and handle business. Now, first play, Reggie Killian comes in and just puts a licking. My man Sledge, you came through and set the tone for the rest of the game. That hit alone with the freaking turnover, textbook tackling. Textbook. Handle that business, man. Love it. Love every bit of it. Now, let me keep going on these Jets guys because I got to give them a little love. You guys already know I'm a big fan of Breece Hall. Breece Hall is my dude. I truly, truly believe Breece Hall should have been in a Bills uniform. I really do truly believe that. What is my beard, right? I really, truly believe that he should have been in a Bills uniform. But y'all snagged him and you put him on the Jets team, and he was your bright spot. He was your bright spot today, and snap. There's nothing else for me to mention. He was your bright spot. He catches the ball. He runs the ball. He didn't do very well running the ball, but not a whole lot of guys do run well against the Bills. So you got to give him that. But he caught the ball out of the backfield very well, 50 yards receiving and a touchdown. You got to give him that, right? Garbage, end of the half type of touchdown. Because I don't even know. I didn't even want to talk about it that much. But Breece Hall, good for y'all. Y'all got some. Garrett Wilson, you got some. And that defense is absolutely nasty. Hey, by the way, message to my man, Sauce Gardner. When you don't hold, the NFL is a little tougher. When you hold and you get away with it, of course. I mean, now I see why they call you Sauce Gardner. You ever have a sticky donut, or you know what I'm saying, or just something that's real sticky. You know what I'm saying, and you just can't. You're saying, like, it's just you gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. And I could get nasty with it. When some things get sticky, you gotta hold it. But I don't want to do that. But Sauce Gardner, now I see why they call you Sauce, man. Because you sticky, you hold the motherfuckers, man. You need to stop, man. You want to be real DB? Go look at number 31. You know what I'm saying? Go look at number 31 today. You know what I mean? You got beat by my man Khalil Shakir, and then you had a piss poor effort on trying to tackle. Listen, fam, this is the NFL, man. You can't just hold your whole career, and then once they put the business on you, you give a half-ass. Nah, you can't do that, man. That's a learning lesson. You learn lessons against the Bills, and you learned one today. Y'all got lucky week one. Gardner is a damn good DB, though. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. But you're going up against elite receivers, bro. Diggs was in your head. And he caught that ball on you. Then you tried to suplex him, a weak-ass suplex. Don't play like that, man. We got some goons on this team. They'll touch you. They'll touch you now. Anyway, we're done with the Jets because, there really wasn't anything. You guys didn't even complete anything on third downs. You guys were 0 for 11. You're done. We're done talking to you now. All right? So for Jets fans that are here, salute to y'all. It's been a great year. And we'll see you guys next year in the AFC East. It's just what it is. All right, moving on. The Buffalo Bills came through and handled business. We needed to put points on the board. That we did. We needed to run the football. That we did. We needed to spread the football to others. That we did. That was one thing that I stood on today that I needed to happen. Sometimes you just don't have to have our guy Stephon Diggs as the main culprit. He can't be the main guy that you got to go for. Now, defensively, you guys will do everything you can to take him away and have Josh Allen beat you elsewhere. Josh Allen, I hope you guys don't get it twisted. Josh Allen will beat you elsewhere. He will, right? And when he knew what was at stake today, get the ball to other weapons. Kincaid, he would have ate you up if we kept on giving the ball. He would have ate y'all up. He would have ate y'all for good. Khalil Shakir came out of nowhere, threw reception for 115 yards and a TD with an 80-yard reception. Yak yards, baby. Yards after the catch. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. So today, they made a statement that don't count the Bills out just yet against a very good defense. What is it? Like the Jets were like a number 3, top 5 defense. A top 5 defense. You guys are a top unit. Let's not get it twisted. Offensively, you guys are poo-poo. But defensively, you guys are the cream of the crop. And the Bills came through with a new offensive coordinator and handled business today. So kudos to the Bills. Kudos to the attention to detail. Kudos to the Bills and their execution, because that's what's been missing. That's what they've been talking about. We just haven't been executing. Sometimes it's timing things. Sometimes it's a false start. Sometimes it's just discipline. It's the lack of discipline. Now, I will say this, though, to my fellow Bills fans that are out there, those that were saying, it's over. It's over. We're done. Now, there are those that were saying, ooh, this is tough now. This is tough. But there were those that were saying, it's a wrap. Pack it in. We're done. Guess what? We got a little more breath in us. We got a little more breath in these lungs to keep it going. So don't count us out just yet, folks. Don't count us out just yet. Things are just about to get a little more interesting, right? Because now pressure's on. I'll tell you right now, if the Bills find a way to back into the playoffs, we will be the most dangerous 7 seed that you do not want to face. You do not. The Chiefs will not want to face the Bills in the first round. Whoever finishes second, maybe the Ravens. The Ravens will definitely not want to face the Bills in the second round, in the first round. Trust and believe that. So you let us keep doing it. You'll see. Now, and it ain't over yet. We can still come in and try to take this division. I'm just talking about wild card spot because right now this is where we're at. We're on the outside looking in. The Dolphins have the number 1 spot, but it ain't over until it's over, because week 17 just got more interesting, did it not? Excuse me, week 18. Week 18 just got more interesting because we have to face the Dolphins. Now, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Way ahead of myself. Let me back it up, back the train up a little bit, and let's enjoy the win that we just had today within the division. And let's really talk about it. So, first and foremost, let's go to one of my favorite things to do is to kind of look at the stat line, right? The stat line today of the Bills and Jets game. And there were some really good things that we did. Now, does it feel like Josh Allen had almost 300 yards passing today? Did it feel like that? Honestly, because when you look at that game today, you would have thought that it was just like a modest game. It was all right. And, we had to hit 200 yards passing. Fam, the guy had 275 yards passing today and 3 touchdowns. You gotta love it. So I'm just gonna let me open up I gave my son the laptop upstairs, so I gotta go through my phone and do all this stuff from my phone. So forgive me while I cue this up. And as I cue this up, and you guys are sitting there, in one word, and hashtag it in the chat right now, how did you guys feel about this game? One word, hashtag it in the chat right now as we're rolling. How did you guys feel about this game? Give me the one word that describes your feeling. Maybe 2 if you're feeling zesty. Jump in there and let a brother know, and we'll get this thing popping right now. So box score. The Jets. Let me just finish off with the Jets. Zach Wilson went 7 for 15, 81 yards. Didn't even crack 100. 5 yards a pop. 1 touchdown, garbage touchdown to Breece Hall. I don't care if it was in the first half or not. It was a garbage touchdown, and he threw an interception. And it would have been more, but he shared those. He shared that with Tim Boyle. But anyway, 5 sacks taken. The Bills were all over his ass today. They were not letting him get out of their grasp. 5 sacks today, and he had a QB rating of 57.9. Tim Boyle came in, had the same amount of completions as Zach Wilson for 33 yards. Fam, they didn't pass for 100 yards combined together. The Jets went 15 for 30, 50%, 92 yards passing, 4 yards a pop, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions, and they combined took 6 sacks today. The Bills defense had 6 sacks. Golly, what a putrid offense the Jets are fielding. And I feel for these guys because as a Jets fan, if I was a Jets fan, I would be absolutely sick. Get this guy out of here, find somebody else. And here's the thing. Y'all had the opportunity to go and get yourself a free agent that was out there. Carson Wentz was available for your punk asses, but you guys said, you know what? We're going to deal with Zach Wilson. I didn't even know how Zach Wilson got you guys the win over the Eagles. I'm just shocked that even happened. And you know what? It did. You know what I'm saying? But that defense is what kept y'all in the game. Let's keep it a buck, right? But that offense was not good today, right? Breece Hall, 10 carries, 23 yards. I don't blame him. This Bills defense has been great. Ed Oliver has been fantastic, sensational. And we're doing this without Daquan Jones. Linval Joseph coming in has helped. It is massive. What a massive thing. So 63 yards rushing. We kept these guys under 63, under 100 yards rushing. We kept them under 100 yards passing. This offense was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let me keep going. Breece Hall was the leading receiver. Jeremy Ruckert, their tight end, was the second best receiver. Tyler Conklin, nothing. Garrett Wilson with 2 receptions under 10 yards. And then Alan Lazard, 1 target, 0 receptions. Reminded me of damn Gabe Davis, but we won't get there. Let's keep it. Let's keep it moving, right? Defensively, Quincy Williams obviously led the team with tackles, 10 tackles, blah 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 blah. They suck. All right, let's move on to the Bills, and this is what I'm more interested, right? So Josh Allen today went 20 for 32 for 275 and 3 touchdown passes in the air, threw an interception, which I'm going to talk on that a little bit because I hated that attempt. I don't even know what you want to call that. That was absolutely nonsense. Whose decision was that to call those sequence of plays? It was. I would have just kneeled the damn ball and get to the damn locker room because that was absolutely pathetic. But you got to try for a Hail Mary for what? To get that pitiful display of Josh Allen trying to throw it deep? It just made him look worse. I thought this guy had a cannon for an arm, and that was a duck. I was waiting to get my shotgun out and see where that thing was. Pataf. Like, what was that, man? Anyway, let me keep moving. James Cook. Now, listen, let me give James Cook some love. All right. I know some people are like, yo, I don't know why you were hating on James Cook for so long. I have my reasons. And I'm going to stand on that. But there comes a time when you have to show some love, and you have to show love where it is needed. And James Cook today ran very well, very effective. But it goes back to him last week, because last week, in my opinion, was his best game that I've ever seen him run as a Bill. I know that he had the Bears game that he ran for over 100 yards, but that, to me, that wasn't it. I needed something that could show me that he can run inside, he can run outside, he can break tackles, and not even necessarily break tackles, take contact. And does he fall forward or is he driven back, right? When they blow on him, is he down? Or is you know what I mean? Is he staying up and getting extra yardage? Well, that's what I needed to see. So after his fumble, he needed time to sit and relish on the fumble and see where we're at in the landscape of the game. You can't give up the football like that. But then after is when I saw the James Cook that I've always wanted to see. The angry running James Cook, the one that was going for the extra yardage, the one that was making quick and decisive cuts. Guess what? That translated into this game, which got him 17 carries for 73 yards. He had 4 yards a pop. That's what I wanted to see from him. And if we continue to give him the ball in I formation or when Josh Allen is under center, I guarantee you he goes over 100 yards. But nonetheless, James Cook was absolutely solid today. Very solid today. The Bills' run game today had 130 yards with 38 attempts. This is what I love to see. 38 attempts. That tells me Josh Allen is sitting on the bench, just chilling, and the Bills are just killing the clock. almost like we have Corey Dillon on the team, right? Remember, Corey Dillon used to be clock killing Corey Dillon. They used to just give the ball to Corey Dillon and he just killed the clock. And that's what we did today. 130 yards 130 yards rushing off of 38 targets, 10 for Latavius Murray, 17 carries from a man, James Cook. And listen, the only thing that we didn't do and accomplish was get in the end zone. That's the only thing we didn't do. So shout out to the run game, shout out to the run game coordinator, and we'll get into our offensive coordinator as well. Let's go to the receiving yard, because the receiving today that's where it was a little unorthodox. Let me just put it this way. And I say unorthodox because our leading receiver was Dalton Kincaid, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with that being the case. Dalton Kincaid has 6 receptions for 46 yards off of 7 targets. The guy continues to just catch everything his way. 7 targets, 6 receptions. Just continue to go to him, right? We started to slow down on going to him, but you know what? The defense opens up. Adjustments are made, so you got to go elsewhere. Ty Johnson had 3 receptions for 47 yards. Don't sleep on Ty Johnson. Khalil Shakir, 3 receptions, 115 with an 81-yard catch and go off of 4 targets. James Cook, 3 receptions for 29 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 4 receptions for 27 yards. That's 2 games he's been kept to under 50 yards. That will probably be a story on its own, but we got the win. So pay attention to that storyline. I'm going to tell you, it might become something. Anyway, let's continue. Quentin Morris, 1 reception for 11 yards, and Deontay Hardy, 1 target, no yards. You're going to notice that I didn't say somebody on this list. That's Gabriel Davis. And you guys already know what it is. I'm not going to miss my words. Milk carton alert. That's exactly right. Gabe Davis will definitely be on my milk carton alert. Where you at? Are you just a run blocker? Is that what we've brought you on here for? Because if that's the case, I got Trent Scherfer that could do the same damn shit. Trent Scherfer can come in and do the same thing that you do because he's known for that. Unacceptable to have no actual targets today. Did you have 1 target? Maybe you had 1 target in the end zone. My goodness, man. Let me keep going. Obviously, we had some defensive mishaps today, but for the most part, I mean that fake punt. I was like, oh, come on, man. I mean, it made sense because these guys were in desperation mode, and defensively, we let that we dropped the ball, but we can't drop the ball twice. That's 2 weeks in a row now. We dropped the ball on special teams. One with the 12-man, that's special teams, because you guys got to do that. You got to know what's going on, and that you have one guy one-on-one on a fake punt. Nah, we got to be better than that. But that's a whole nother ball game. Now, Tyrel Dodson. Can we show love to Tyrel Dodson, please, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, let's show love to Tyrel Dodson, because Tyrel Dodson was absolutely getting cooked in the offseason. He was getting cooked. I remember the Steelers game really set him aside, and it was a wrap. So then they said, and the one guy that never got reps all offseason was the immediate starter in week 1, and that was Terrell Bernard. And Tyrel Dodson was pretty much cast off to the point where we brought in Christian Kirksey. And Christian Kirksey probably would be on this team right now had he not retired and said, I'm not doing this. But gotta give credit to Tyrel Dodson, because he had a game today. He led the team in tackles. He had 7 tackles, 6 solo, and he had a sack today and a tackle for loss with a QB hit. Shout out to Tyrel Dodson. Terrell Bernard came through with 6 total tackles. He had half a sack himself on a blitz, and great job today. This defense was all over it. I cannot stress it enough. Most importantly, 2 defensive standouts today. 2 defensive standouts. Who do you guys think? I got 3 defensive standouts. Actually, I'm going to say 3 defensive standouts today. Who do you think I'm going to say? I'm going to say right now, Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd has been an absolute gem. I don't know how any team allowed this man to stay as a free agent all offseason, because we signed him late. We signed him late in the offseason. And he's come through, and he has been absolutely great. So shout out to Mr. Leonard Floyd. Listen, I don't care what Brandon Beane has to do. I know the money's coming in after the season. I mean, the cap is going to go up. Find a way to lock this brother down. Lock him down and make him a bill. He ain't going nowhere. You make him a bill, and he stays on a bill for a long time. Number 2, we used to call him Ed Oliver. Now he's Edward. He's like Cher. You only give him one name and you know who you're talking about. That's my guy, Ed Oliver, a.k.a. Edward. Edward was just absolutely phenomenal today. He's been phenomenal all year long. That is one contract you can say, when this brother signed that contract, not only did we get a fantastic deal on the contract to Mr. Edward, but he is living up to every red cent that we paid that brother. My goodness. Edward has been phenomenal. He's been sensational. My man was tackle for loss. He was getting sacks. He was just great today. So shout out to my man Ed Oliver. He had a sack, he had a tackle for loss, he had 3 total tackles and a QB hit. And one of the greatest plays he did today was he baited Zach Wilson. He shed his blocker and went right. Zach Wilson was about to take off. Then Zach Wilson's like, oops, let me cut back inside. Ed Oliver's like, let me rip back inside. And here I am, bitch, and got his ass. So shout out to my man Ed Oliver, a.k.a. Edward, came through. Because when you play nice like that, you got to go by your full Govey name, man. Edward, man. Shout out to my man Edward. And, you know what I'm saying? Wrap him up and let's keep it going, man. That's my guy, Ed. Last but not least, I can't stress this enough. We needed help at the cornerback spot, especially with the injuries that we got to the position. Tre'Davious White going down again to an awful Achilles injuries, and you hate to see that. Then you have obviously Taylor Rapp going down today. You hate to see that. You got Teron Johnson going down, and then you had Dane Jackson go down. We were depleted at the cornerback spot, but guess what? There's a man by the name of Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas, a.k.a. Hattrick. You know what I'm saying? We're going to call my man Hattrick, a.k.a. Hattrick came in to play today. Not only was he a newcomer on this squad, coming from a team that was losing, and he's come on and he's seen us now take a couple L's under this. He must have been thinking to himself, what the hell did I get myself into? But he found out real quick what this team is about when we're all in lockstep. The offense is doing what they're supposed to do, which then forces the offense to have to throw the football. And this is where he excels in the zone scheme defense. And my man came today. We can call him a.k.a. Rasul Douglas, a.k.a. Master Baiter, because my man was sitting here baiting. He was baiting Zach Wilson to throw him that football. He made it look like he was aloof, didn't know what was happening, turned around, let me take that shit. Take that interception. My man was all over today. Had a fumble recovery with 2 interceptions. Shout out to Rasul Douglas coming through. You now, sir, have solidified this defense a little bit more because we were a little discouraged with what was happening at the cornerback spot, right? We're going up against some dogs at receiver, and it's going to get worse because right now, next week, we got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown has been a thorn in the Bills secondary's ass. I'm telling you right now, he's been a thorn in our ass. And Rasul, I hope you come in and you handle that because that's a man you're dealing with right there. But I think we will have something special put together for these Eagles next week. But I've got to give steady love to my guy, Mr. Rasul Douglas, a.k.a. Master Baiter. And I know you guys are like, oh, pause. I'm not pausing shit. You know what I'm saying? He was baiting these quarterbacks into throwing footballs, and he was on that shit. In tow. That's what I love about this defense, man. I love that we brought in Rasul Douglas because he's known for that. He is clutch when it comes to knowing where the quarterback wants to go and reading that thing like a book. And twice he read interceptions today like a book, and I love every bit of it. So shout out to Rasul Douglas. Shout out to Ed Oliver, a.k.a. Edward. And obviously Tyrell Dodson. You got to give some love to Tyrell Dodson today. Tyrell Dodson was on his thing. And then Leonard Floyd with 2.5 sacks today, boy. He was on it today, boy. In a total, guys, we had total 6 sacks today, and these boys were getting at it. Today, it was about winning in the trenches. I talked about it. In the pregame show. I said 3 things. We needed to execute. I kept it simple. We need to execute. We need to do what's supposed to be done and get the job done. Can you tell me that we didn't execute? We absolutely executed today. Offensively, defensively, and on special teams. Obviously, we had the blunder on special teams, but listen, man. Tyler Bass was on the money. He missed that extra point. But we were on it on all 3 phases for the most part in this game. So salute to this squad right now. We had a total of 57 total tackles today, 6 sacks, and we forced 4 turnovers today. You gotta love 3 turnovers, excuse me. You gotta love what was done today. You gotta love it. So shout out to them. And Tyler Bass going 4 for 4 for field goals with a long of 50. You got to love it, man. 14 points today. So whoever had Tyler Bass today in fantasy, kudos to you. Whoever had Josh Allen in fantasy today, kudos to you. Whoever had Khalil Shakir today in fantasy, kudos to you. But not kudos to you if you benched him like I did. Oh, and I sat there. I was like, Khalil Shakir or Devin A-Chain? Khalil Shakir or Devin A-Chain coming off IR. He's supposed to run through all the Raiders. He gets hurt. Khalil Shakir goes off. I don't even know how many points he got, but that probably would have put me with a win, and I'm probably going to lose this game. It's not good today. Not good today. So that being said, I am elated. I'm happy for the win for the Bills. This feels like it was a long time coming. I felt like we haven't won in a long time. I haven't had one of these nice shows where I can just talk about my team taking care of business and handling business. Now, let's get to what really should be talked about today. And that is new offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Brady took over play calling with less than a week to prepare. We had an awful game on Monday night against the Broncos. We lose that game. They make a very quick decision on moving on from Ken Dorsey the very next day, Tuesday morning. Things were popping off. I was doing my thing on Bleacher Report. By the way, follow me on Bleacher Report. If you guys are not following on Bleacher Report, jump in on the Bleacher Report and follow me. It's Rico_BF. Get on it because you know what I'm saying? They'll be giving me some stuff and I'll be jumping on it, right? So jump all over that. And by the way, for those that are tuned in for the very first time, this is the Rico Report. Smash that like, hit that subscribe button, and we've got some new merch. We've got some new merch dropping right now. I just got my information right now. We got new merch coming. I need you to jump on it right away. It's Make Josh Allen again, because we have been missing. We have been wanting Josh Allen to come back to who he was, right? The Josh Allen that will take off and run. The Josh Allen that will find his guy in between the zone and rifle that thing in there. The Josh Allen that chases his guys into the end zone to rock them and make them feel that, you are that dude. So jump in it right now, supportbf.com. You can go to the bffanshop.com, however you want to do it. Get yourself your Make Josh Allen again. And you'll notice it says 2024. You know why? Because we're going to speak it into existence that he's going to not only get us into the playoffs and do what he's supposed to do, but this goes beyond. It's going to be him doing what he's normally been doing for so long, and that's cooking, brothers. So shout out to the design team that cooked up this, and get in there. Supportbf.com if you want to get your stuff. If you want to jump on this Buffalo versus everybody, you guys already know what it is. Jump on there. So let's get back to it. Joe freaking Brady. So Joe Brady takes over. What is he going to bring to the table? Who knows? Is it how much can he change from an offense that has been pretty much here for the year and a half that Dorsey was running things? So what's he going to do? What's he going to bring to the table? I mean, you saw it today. The one thing that we could say that we saw today was the utilization of the pass catching running back, something that Ken Dorsey was absolutely allergic to. And I don't understand it. You have a running back that his skill set is to not only run the football, but he's got a great skill set of catching the ball out of the backfield, catching the ball downfield as a freaking open threat and receiver. But yet we refused to use James Cook. And I say we as in Ken Dorsey, because that's your baby. How could you not use that man in the passing game when he's a unit? He could help you. And today alone, you had 17 carries coming from James Cook, and with an additional 3 receptions coming from James Cook. So he had 20 touches today. 20 touches. And I'll tell you right now, if this team continues to give the football to James Cook and he gets the minimum 15 touches, and I've said this before, 20 to 25 touches to an RB of his skill set, we should have great success on the offensive side of the ball. But for some reason, Ken Dorsey was anemic to doing that. He was allergic. He just wanted to stick to his game plan of whatever the bullshit he wanted to actually put out there. So I know a lot of people are like, well, the offense was kind of the same as to it. It wasn't, though, because there was a semblance of rhythm. There was rhythm. There was movement, right? There was keeping the defense guessing. There was unpredictability. With Dorsey, you knew what was coming. It was, I mean, if you have analysts like, and we all love Dan Orlovsky's telling you, fam, this is basic shit. Like, of course, guys are gonna know what's going on. Of course, they're gonna jump all over. Absolutely. So guess what? James Cook benefited off of a new play caller, and James Cook should be smiling ear to ear right now because they are going to start to use him in this game. And now it should put all defenses on notice. And if they're putting defenses on notice that watch out for the leaking back, watch out for James Cook, now guess what it does? It opens up more for Dalton Kincaid. It opens up more for Stephon Diggs. It opens up more for Khalil Shakir. And maybe if Gabe Davis decides to show up, it might open some shit up for that brother too. I know I'm being hard on his ass right now, but it's unacceptable for our bona fide receiver to have no targets whatsoever. Maybe Josh Allen realized every time I go to this brother, I'm throwing picks. Maybe I shouldn't go to this brother because I'm keep throwing picks. So I don't want to touch too much on the fact that the game plan changed a little bit, but it did because we utilized the players that I feel we should have utilized from the start. And keep this in mind. Now that they've established a chemistry, and I refer to Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid, when Dawson Knox returns, where there is already a chemistry built between those two, now the sky's the limit. Now, here's the challenge, though. Is Joe Brady an advocate of the 12 personnel? He may not do 12 personnel. Maybe he's not that dude. I don't F with 12 personnel. I'm more of a guy that spreads the ball out. I like my, I formation. I like my, my single back. So he might be that way and stay out of this 12 personnel business. We don't know. We're going to soon find out now that we have a new play caller. And by the way, speaking of new play caller, we've got a new member to the Bing squad. It is my man, Philip Shore. I hope I'm saying your name right. And I'm going to tell you, Bing, biggity, Bing, welcome to the Bing squad. And I appreciate you becoming a new member. It supports the channel. It supports us putting this content out for you as well. And at the end of the day, you get to have the ability to be part of the Bing squad and get all the perks. And go ahead and go to www.supportbf.com. You'll see everything that you need to see right then and there. Shout out to my guy, Philip. I appreciate you, my G. Let's keep it pushing. Now, Joe Brady. I liked a lot of things that Joe Brady did today. And what I liked about this game plan, and from just initially watching live, what I liked about this game plan was anybody can get it. That's what I got from it. There was no make sure that this guy gets his targets. No, it's anybody can get it. And this is how I'm going to open up the scheme. I'm going to scheme this player. I'm going to scheme that player. And you saw it. Your leading receiver, it was the game plan. Get Dalton Kincaid involved, right? We're going to go against this aggressive defense. So we're going to get our guy, our number one draft pick, prepared and ready to make a difference, soften that defense a little bit. And once he did, things start to open up. Things start to open up in the run game. So I loved every bit of it. Joe Brady came in, debuted against a very good defense, came in and hung 30. Fam, it's not easy to score in the NFL. You've seen it. We have struggled the last few weeks. Actually, the last 5 weeks, we've struggled to put points, consistent points on the board. And we come in and put up 30. So, fam, shout out to Joe Brady. Shout out to Shula. Shout out to Aaron Cromer, because I'm sure they all came together and put a good game plan. But you saw Joe Brady's thumb in that offense. You saw his thumb. His thumb was all over it. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Joe Brady and how he does, utilize his certain players. Now, I'd like to see, I don't know how it's going to happen. I love what Ty Johnson did today, by the way. Shout out to Ty Johnson. If you guys don't know who Ty Johnson is, I've told you guys this, what was it, 3 weeks ago? 3 or 4 weeks ago, when Ty Johnson was potentially going to be, when Harris went out, when Harris was deemed on the injured reserve, I said, okay, Ty Johnson's going to take over. Ty Johnson is a player. And you can see the style of run that he had today. He runs hard. He's a bigger back, and he used to be on special teams, right? As a punt return, kick return guy, excuse me. So Ty Johnson came in and he spelled some time and got on the field. So I just know that the way things are cracking right now, it feels as though Joe Brady is going to have is going to try to keep this balance as much as possible. I'm not just going to stick to just throwing the football all day, all over the field. I could do that, but it does nobody any good. It just pads people's stats. I'm more about, you know what I'm saying, some substance. And substance he brought today because we were able to we ran the ball more than we passed the ball today. And I'll take that every day of the week. So shout out to Joe Brady. It seems like he had a great plan. And once you watch the game again, and which I'll do in the next couple of days, you'll really start to see what his game plan was and what he did and how he executed. And all the film gurus that are out there, you're going to see that they're going to show you how it's done. I mean, Baldinger gets into breaking film down and says, okay, look what happened. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be focusing on James Cook. He's going to focus on probably Deion Dawkins today and Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas was absolutely a star today, and I love that he debuted in front of, I mean, I wouldn't call it a debut per se, but he showed his skill set in front of all of Buffalo in that stadium today. So that was great to see. 1,000% a breath of fresh air watching Joe Brady and this offense today. So shout out to Joe Brady. Love it. Shout out to my man Philip. What up, Phil? Phil says, "Hey, Rico, excited to join the show. I've been following you excuse me, I gotta read that. Hey, Rico, excited to join your show. Been following you every show since you dropped number 17 Buffalo Bills legend hoodie tank top on your show and the Buffalo Fanatics. I'm from upstate New York. Let me give you some love, baby. Let me give you some love from upstate New York in NYC. I salute you. I appreciate you jumping through, man. And it really does mean a lot when you guys join as members, man, because it does help and it does encourage for me to keep coming and keep going, right? So let's keep it pushing now. Now, folks, Joe Brady gets his love, and we gotta bring back the love to 17. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Allen was good today. Josh Allen, other than that ridiculous interception he threw at the end, which I absolutely hated. There was no business in him throwing that football, but he did, and he threw the interception, which I knew was going to happen. Now everybody's going to be like, "Oh, there he goes again, throwing another interception." But we knew the context of the reason the interception was thrown. He was just trying to throw it up there. Now I would have preferred a way better pass than that. I would have preferred it if it didn't go anywhere, it went out of bounds and call it a day. But here we are now. Josh Allen today, he was decisive. He made the right decisions. He wasn't making bonehead decisions. And that was the big thing, right? Because Josh would just get in his own way and just make a bad decision. You're like, fam, why'd you do that? I mean, there was one thing that he did today that I didn't like. And that's what everybody wants him to do. Everybody wants him run the football, get Josh running the football. And I'm with you. Josh running the football is better for Buffalo. It is. However, he took a nasty shot. He took a nasty shot today when he went and ran to the left side, and he went to kind of slide a little bit, but he didn't quite slide off completely, and he got popped. And it was a head-to-head. It was a head-to-head hit. Now, inadvertently, it was just bang, bang, and it happens like that. But those are the shots that we try to avoid. We try to avoid him taking off like that and taking shots like that because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You're going to run, slide, do your business, get down there and do your business, get out of bounds, do what you got to do. But golly, man, we can't have Josh Allen take those hits. I see a comment coming in and I love it. And on top of Josh playing well, maybe this is why he played well. Josh got a damn haircut. So salute to Chief Barber. Chief Barber is his barber. Salute to Chief Barber that came through and handled business, gave my man a nice clean cut. And my man is 1-0 now. Because right now, folks, it's wild card football now going forward. Like, we got to win. I mean, it'd be lovely if we could win out. But we maybe, just maybe, based on the win today, we maybe have one loss to give. One loss to give. And if we lose one more, we are now super tight on making the playoffs right now. So right now we're still alive. We're probably at a 50% chance, if that. We're on the outside. We're lurkers. We're outside looking in. We're the party's happening, and we're like, hey, what up?
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Oh, remember me? And they're like, oh, is that Buffalo? Bro, you used to be cool. When you get your coolness back, when you get your swagger back, then you can come back in the club. But as of right now, you can watch for out there. And that's how they treat us. They treat us like little bitches right now. We outside the club, man. We trying to get in. And the bouncer's like, yo, you got sneakers on? Yeah, I got sneakers. I've been wearing my J's forever. Nah, no J's today, man. It's a classy night tonight. Go get your dress shoes. Go get your slacks. Yo, they're treating us like garbage right now, right? So we got to take matters into our hands. We got to start stringing these wins together. So now when we get to the line, bouncer's like, oh shit, Buffalo's here, man. Yo, open it up, man. He's in VIP waiting for you, kid. And that's how we should be rolling, man. But right now, we outside the club trying to get in. So you make me sound like I'm Chris Brown. We outside the club trying to get in, but we can't. We can't right now because we lurkers. We're lurking right now. You know what I'm saying? We're parking lot pimping, but I don't want to be parking lot pimping right now. I want to be in the club. I want to be in the club right now. Well, you got me parking lot pimping right now. Terrence Bland says, yo, because we dusty. I mean, shoot, we are dusty, but we going to brush ourselves off. You know what I'm saying? Find yourself a little nice outfit, put a tie on it. Let's get going. But as of right now, we're outside looking in, and that's okay. Sometimes you got to get kicked out the club to realize how cool the club was. And now we got to get back into it and assert our dominance right now because the Dolphins are sitting there chilling right now. They got a VIP booth, and they're just laughing. Wait till we come back in there and we start fucking shit up. Now things going to be different. Things going to be different. But at the end of the day, you got to start winning. You got to start winning because if you start kind of, you know what I'm saying, messing the game up by making these mistakes, by not getting your act together, by mis-executing, did I make up a word there? By not executing, you got problems. You got problems, and you dig yourself a hole. So the Bills, unfortunately, have dug themselves a hole, and they're now starting to kind of dig themselves out. And it's just going to take one game at a time for you to dig yourselves out. And right now, we took care of business against a very good defensive team. I can't stress how good that Jets defense is, right? They're a very good team. But like any team, they've got some holes. They've got some weaknesses, and the Bills were able to exploit some of the weaknesses. And don't forget, when you have Josh Allen, you can exploit a lot of people because he's that good. He is that good. And by the way, shout out to Josh Allen, by the way. Josh Allen becomes the first player in NFL history. I guess he surpasses Pat Mahomes at 205 total touchdowns. 205 total touchdowns, and he's going to crush that. And it's going to be a while before somebody catches up to him. But you never know. Records are meant to be broken. But Josh Allen is now the leader. The first 6 years of his career, he's got 205 total touchdowns, and that puts him above Mr. Pat Mahomes. And you already know what Pat Mahomes is about. Pat Mahomes is about his business. So shout out to Pat Mahomes. Love every bit of it, and you can't go wrong with it, man. So I want to play a little excerpt. Is that what it is? Excerpt? An excerpt? You got me messing up my words. But anyway, I got to play you a little clip here of Josh Allen in his press conference. And you know things are great when Josh Allen comes in and he's got his uniform still on. So you know business is booming. So here's a clip
Got
from
guys
Josh
that have
Allen.
been there before. Every season, man, like has its ups and downs. You're gonna have adversity. It's how you bounce back from the adversity, and sometimes it takes a spark like this to ignite your team. I think back to a couple of years ago, we were 7-6, backs against the wall there too, and it's obviously slightly different this time around. But we've got guys that have been there before, and we just got to keep leaning on each other, and like I said, keep taking it week by week. Every season,
and there
man.
you have it. You got to take it week by week, and he's right. Week by week, and there was a time that we were in the position where, fuck, man, like we got to get our act together, but there wasn't as much panic as there is right now. And I think the reason we're panicking way more is because we feel that this team is just way too talented to be where we're at. And when we were just a couple years ago, I remember we had to play the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons was a team that we just needed to beat, and we need to just string some wins together, and that we did against the Falcons. So kudos to Josh bringing that up because it was extra important. I got a question here saying, hey, can you talk on the injuries today as to what's going on? So here's the update the latest update that I read and that I got. So concussions for both Dane Jackson and Teron Johnson. And that's a huge problem because we go into next week with those two guys injured and not returning is a big problem. Dane Jackson gives me the impression that he could be back sooner because I remember watching on the film when he was like, oh man, don't take me out. It was one of those situations. It was just a stinger. I'm good. I'm probably. And they're like, no, we got to take precautions. So he could be back sooner. Teron Johnson, on the other hand, he got hit pretty good, man. It was him and Taylor Rapp that, both tried to tackle Breece Hall, that tank. But anyway, both these boys had a nasty little collision. My man Teron Johnson kind of flopped weird, and he got taken out with concussion issues. And then Taylor Rapp got put on a stretcher and taken off in the ambulance. But the thing is, he never went to the hospital. I guess things kind of subsided and it was much better, and he actually went to the locker room. So who knows how that goes? Maybe it's just a terrible shoulder. He just got a bad stinger, and it's just kind of loosened up a little bit. So right now it's shaky. It's very shaky when it comes to our defensive backfield. So here we are back in a terrible position that we just can't afford to be in. And unfortunately, this is where we are. Now, the one thing I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but when Teron Johnson came out, our backup slot, normally they put in Saron Neal, but they didn't do that this time. They put in Cam Lewis. So Cam Lewis has definitely gained some valuable reps, and they got this brother taking over as a slot corner, which I'm very confident. I'm extremely confident in Mr. Cam Lewis. So shout out to my man. I think he's doing great, by the way. And just so you know, here's a little nugget for you guys. Josh Allen threw for 270 yards today, right? You guys know that. Diggs caught 27 of them. Gabe Davis caught 0. I still can't get over that because that's 2 weeks in a row, or 2 of the 3 weeks where he has been a non-issue. Actually, that's 2 weeks in a row because the week before that, he had 9 receptions. He was moving, right? So very, very interesting to see how this is going to play out. It's all about, I know at the end of the day, it's all about matchups. It's all about taking advantage of the moment that you're in. But seeing him not involved in the offense twice now, it goes to, I'm very confident if he walks out and says, I ain't coming back, I am absolutely good because Khalil Shakir can jump into receiver 2 immediately. And I'm even on the bus. I would be on the bus. I think I've stepped foot on the bus to absolutely have Khalil Shakir take over. I wouldn't say take over as receiver 2, but I'd like to get him on the wide side. I'd love to see him and Diggs on the wide and put in possession receiver Gabe Davis on the inside. I mean, he can only run a few routes anyway. So just a button hook, a little post, a little dig route. That's as good as he gets. That's the nuances of his route. I mean, Patrick Peterson called him out. This boy's only good for 4 routes, and send him deep. Send him deep once in a while. But for the most part, I'd like to see a little more of Khalil Shakir. And with a new offensive coordinator, I think we might actually receive that. We might actually get that. So shout out to Khalil Shakir jumping in. And by the way, here's Khalil Shakir today talking on his 81-yard touchdown. Check this out.
Or Diggs. Yeah, I mean, Josh has always been that guy who would get us going, who would say something before, whether that's him or Diggs or somebody. But I mean, tonight it was just nonstop. You know, we all just, I mean, it was fun. It felt fun to operate the way we were doing playing tonight, and 17 was the head honcho of all that, so appreciate him. Yeah, I mean, Josh
17, the head honcho, and I appreciate him. Listen, man, as a young receiver, and thing is, we drafted we drafted Khalil Shakir like ahead of some teams that wanted him. So if he's there, bro, find him and just get him involved, because he's nice like that. I've even heard people call him like a subpar version of Deebo Samuels. So if you get him involved, I mean, I don't see it, but I've seen people compare him to that. I've seen it once or twice. I can't say I've seen people. I saw it once or twice, and I was like, well, that's interesting. So if he's there and can give you that type of play, why not get him involved? That only makes it way better for this team, way better for this offense, and you just can't go wrong with it. So shout out to the Bills today. They did a damn good job today. I'm loving every bit of it. Right now, Josh Allen, he's got the most touchdown passes this year. He's got 22. He leads the league in touchdown passes, but also leads the league in interceptions. But you know what? Brett Favre used to do the same damn thing. I think right now he's the league leader career-wise in interceptions. He's thrown the most interceptions, but guess what? He's got a Super Bowl under his belt, and he's a Hall of Famer. So at the end of the day, when these guys play ball, there's 2 things that you're trying to do. 3 things. You want to make money, you want to make it as a Hall of Famer, and you want to win Super Bowls. I mean, those are the 3 things that any player that jumps from college to NFL, those are the 3 things that should be probably on the list. I want to be a Hall of Famer. I want to be all-pro player, whatever, Hall of Famer, all-pro player. I want to win a Super Bowl or 2 or 3 or whatever the case is, and I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to have generational wealth. I want to be able to take care of my mom, my dad, my family, my sisters, my brothers. I want to be able to do all of that. So, I mean, yeah, it comes along with it. Throwing interceptions, I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I hate the interceptions. We all hate it, but it comes, and we knew this when we drafted Josh Allen. It comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. And guess what? If you get Josh running just a tad more, maybe you get the less interceptions. Actually, that's cap, because he's been leading the league in turnovers the last 4 years. So I'm lying. I'm lying. I tried to put a little sugar on that, but y'all are too smart for that. You ain't gonna buy that. You ain't buy that. You're not gonna buy that at all. But shout out to the squad today. They came in and did great. According to Next Gen Stats, by the way, Josh Allen and the Khalil Shakir 81-yard touchdown, the target separation was 1.1 yards. The completion probability was a 36.7. Think about it. 36.7%. 3 out of 10 times I'm hitting that. And that's how they got it this time. 36.7%. And yards after catch, obviously 58 plus 49 yards. It was great. Loved every bit of it. You got to give Josh Allen and this offense credit, because they knew what was at stake. They knew what they needed to take care of, and that they did. So at the end of the day, it's tough for the Jets fans, and Jets fans are feeling it. And if you're Robert Saleh, you got to be discouraged. You have to be sitting here like, oh, gosh, I thought we had a grip on this. And let's not forget who Robert Saleh is, right? I know Robert Saleh had that win this first week. I get it. But let's remind you guys, Josh Allen cooked your ass with the 49ers a few years ago. He cooked you. He was dotting you guys left, right, center. So let's not get twisted like this is a new age. You got one. We gave you one, but now you got it back. We got you back. And here's Robert Saleh talking on the embarrassment of losing to the Bills. I mean, shoot. It's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen. You know that.
And
thought defense, per the usual, outstanding. Through these first 6 weeks, we've played a gauntlet of quarterbacks. And I know we haven't gotten all wins, but we've embarrassed all of them. And just really, really proud of the defense and its resolve. Thought Brick and the staff had an excellent game plan. Down 3 corners, 4 of our 6 corners. I thought our D-line was good in terms of keeping that kid in the pocket. He's a handful. Hurts, their O-line, the receivers. Thought our guys battled all the way through. Proud. Yeah,
So here's the thing too, right? It's really one of those things where, like, that was him talking about when he was playing the Eagles, and they're playing a gauntlet of quarterbacks. And guess what, bro? You faced another gauntlet of a quarterback today, and you felt that. So, listen, man, we have an elite quarterback in Josh Allen. Everyone knows it, and it's just a matter of time until he starts getting his confidence back and getting that, that Josh, what people want to call the Josh Allen twinkle in his eye, whatever the hell that is. That's what people are going to start to see very shortly. They're going to start to see that. By the way, most combined passing and rushing receiver. This is the stat that Josh Allen now owns. He's got 206. I was incorrect. He's got 206 from 2018 to 23 and counting. So he had 3 today, obviously in our win of 32-6. And Pat Mahomes was the leader at first at 204. The guy before that was Dan Marino. Before that, it was Andrew Luck and then Cam Newton. So right now, Josh is at the top of it. And folks, he's just going to keep piling on. So big time for Josh Allen. Big time win for the Bills. And listen, man, I'm happy for the team. The team got a big win today, and we deserved it. And now we gotta start getting on everybody else. Now we gotta start stringing some wins together. And by the way, I got a super chat coming in from a man, Super Lancer. He says, "Yo, Rico, we should have had 40 on these cats." I lie? No, you don't lie. I mean, if we really wanted to push it, we could have. But at the end of the day, you got to take the points that are given. And speaking of the points, right? And I know a lot of Bills fans were a little upset today, and I can see it in. I mean, I when I follow the game, I'm usually on Twitter. I don't really go on Facebook doing that. I do it on Twitter because just get your shit out there and keep pushing. But people were upset that we were taking the 3 points, right? Which makes no sense to me because, like, just go for it. No. That's not how it works. You can't complain that we don't put enough points on the board, and then when we do put the 3 points and the 3 points and we take these points, you're like, oh, we should have went for it. What if we don't? We go for it and we don't get it, and we keep this young man Zach Wilson in the game like we did the first time, trying to go for the gusto. When Josh should have been dinking and dunking, he was trying to go for the gusto, and that's what got us in trouble. So when Josh dinked and dunked and got us into position, our defense did the job. We took the points. And then once we took those 9 points, then we put a touchdown on them. Now we're up 16. That is that demoralizes an offense. Now they're forced to make big plays, but when it's close, they can methodically move down the field. So I was all for it, but some people were really upset. Fam, put points on the board, start stacking them, and then 6 turns into 9, 9 turns into 7, another 3, and now it's a rout. And the dagger was the touchdown to Khalil Shakir. And that was it. That's the dagger. That's it. Now they're in completely desperation mode, and they got to do things they don't want to do. And Zach Wilson, obviously, and his boy Tim Boyd were throwing picks. Simple as that. Austin, generally, what's up? Thank you for that super chat, Austin. Austin comes in and says, great game tonight. Josh showed up and showed out against a defense that has been giving him problems. That is facts. That's a great job. I'm gonna touch on that. Douglas played great. Diggs locked up. I mean, listen, man. It's gonna happen that Diggs gets I wouldn't say locked up because you can't lock Diggs up, but it's gonna happen where teams are gonna bracket. Teams are gonna take away your best weapon, and you've got to do what you got to do to find somebody else to get open. Now that's gonna be Joe Brady's job to make sure that this doesn't happen again, because now that's 2 weeks in a row that your best receiver was held under 50 yards receiving. That not make it. You can't do that. You can't continue to do that. It's cool because we won today. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as a star receiver, you ain't gonna keep me out for very long. We got to figure some things out. Me and Josh will figure it out. But Joe Brady got to scheme him open so it doesn't feel like Josh is forcing the football to him. Put him in a position where he gets it done, right? But let's not get it twisted. Diggs is elite. He'll get his. But this wasn't the game for him to go off. We just needed to get the dub, and that's what matters. And at the end of the day, you got to give credit to this defense. This defense was on it. They were all over it. Rasul Douglas was a breath of fresh air, and you gotta give their defense. You got to give the defense credit. And it's only going to get this team better together. And once that Eagles game comes up, we're gonna see what we're made of. Jalen Hurts ain't no joke. We're gonna see what we're made of today. And tomorrow night, I think it's the Monday night game. Is it Sunday night? Sunday night game tonight. I think it's the Chiefs and Eagles tonight. Is it? Or is it Monday night? I can't recall. Anyway, you guys let me know what it is, if it's tonight or tomorrow night. Soul Glow. What's up, Soul Glow? Great job, Brady, under such short notice. Imagine once the offensive scheme truly settles. You know what? Big time opportunity for Joe Brady, and he nailed it. And if you guys saw the clip it's such an opposite clip, right? If you saw a clip of Ken Dorsey, the last clip you saw of Ken Dorsey in the booth was him just losing his shit and just throwing paper all over the place, right? And the play that you see Joe Brady in the booth is him going high-fiving his boys and saying, yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, maybe that's the juice that McDermott was talking about that this team needed. And he said that, you know, I mean, it sounded like I have a list, but I say he said that Brady's gonna he's got a thing. He's younger and he's gonna be able to bring the juice. I mean, that's the word they kept on using, the juice. Sound like CNN and Fox Radio when they want to use something, they use one word and they just start getting every reporter to use the word. Well, the juice is what McDermott had his boys bring in today. I mean, they weren't quite Bishop from the juice, but they were all right. They were more like Radio Raheem. You know what I'm saying? But that's another day for another hour. But let's talk about it. Josh G comes in with a super chat and says, to whomever wanted Oliver gone last season, kick rocks. I mean, I don't think anybody wanted Oliver gone. I think they just wanted him to play better. For someone that got drafted in the first round, top 10 pick at that, we deserved better. And right now, we are absolutely getting everything out of that first round draft out of Ed Oliver. And AKA, have some respect for Edward. It's Edward Oliver, not Ed Oliver. When he has games like the way he's been playing, you call that man Edward. And shout out to my man, Eric Peak. What up, Schmitty? Schmitty comes in and says, hey, man, biggest Joe Brady takeaway: the ability to be advantageous and manage the offense dynamically on the fly, exploiting the defense look with RB pass usage. Shakir and Kincaid focus. Shakir effect, though. Well, it's the Shakir effect. I mean, we knew that Shakir could do all the things that he did today. Kincaid is definitely a big part of why this offense was moving, why this offense was able to gain first downs. I mean, we were moving the sticks. We were absolutely moving the sticks. So I'm absolutely glad about that. So Eric Schmitty, on top of that, man, you are on top of that. Juan Castillo's been a member of the Bing Squad for 50 months. My G, appreciate that, my guy. He says, yo, did that daunting Jets D embarrass Josh Allen today? 275, 3 TDs, and about 3 quarters of work. You damn right, man. My man put works in today. So let's take a look, because there's one aspect of the game that I love taking a look at and seeing. It paints a different picture. And that is, and let me just find it because I just lost it, but I'm going to go ahead and find it. And that is the team stats. I like to see the time of possession. I'd like to see where the Bills stood in this game. And right now, the Sunday night game, is it the Sunday night game? Yeah. Sunday night game right now is happening. It's the Chiefs and the Denver Broncos and Josh Dobbs and the Vikings. Golly. Okay. Let me just get onto the team stats, because I'm curious to see how we actually did in team statistics. Let me just charge my phone before it dies on my black ass. And let's get this thing popping today, because today, I mean, just alone, the Bills' defense on third down was sensational. Was absolutely sensational. And I'm actually interested to seeing how well we did on the team stats, how many penalties we took, because those are very important. I mean, it paints a different picture. So here's the dominance of what happened today with the Bills and the Jets. So first downs today, 22 for the Bills, 14 for the Jets. They had 8 passing and 3 rushing, while the Bills had 10 passing and 9 rushing. So kudos to them. Each team had 3 first downs from penalties. And here's the kicker: Now, we weren't great on third downs today. We weren't. We were 5 for 13 on third downs. We need to be better because typically we're a 50% team. So under Joe Brady, maybe because we're taking, I mean, listen, every game is different, but we usually are 50% on third downs. We're 5 for 13. So that's under 50%. We've got to be better in that department if we're going to continue to win, right? That's number one. Number two, the Jets were absolutely putrid today. They went 0 for 11 on third downs. 0 for 11 on third downs today, and they obviously converted 4 of 5 fourth downs. So you got to give them that. They completed fourth down efficiency. They went 4 for 5. We went 1 for 1, which turned into a touchdown. Salute to Josh Allen on making the right read and sending James Cook into the end zone for his sole touchdown of the game. So here's the big one, folks. 71 total plays for the Bills. See, this is what happens when you don't turn the ball over, right? And obviously, we turned the ball over at the end of the half, so it didn't affect us too much. And I get why it happened, but it was nasty. But this is why we can't turn the ball over, because we take away opportunities for us to be on the field and stay on the field. When you don't turn the ball over, you have the ability to actually call plays and be on the field. So it gives you 71. If you look back at the Jets, they had 54 plays. 54 plays. Not only that, you're turning the ball over and you're going 0 for 11 on third downs. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Total yardage today, 155 for the Jets. Total yardage for the Bills, just shy of 400, 393 yards of total offense today. We had 12 total drives to the Jets 11. Yards per play, 2.9 yards for the Jets to 5.5 for the Bills. So we're still got to clean things up offensively. We ain't gonna sit here and tell you that we're killing it right now because now that we're on it. No. We still got a lot of things to clean up. 100%. And then at the end of the day, penalties. I'm looking at the penalties here. The penalties today, we had 8 penalties for 77 yards. Far too many. We took some bozo. Listen, man. Let me tell you, my man, aka Jerry Hughes. Like Ed sometimes does some bozo things. You're like, Edward, what are you doing? What are you doing, Edward? And then Phillips, listen, Jordan Phillips, fam. There's sometimes when there's some bullshit that you do that pisses me off, bro. You're like, what are you doing, dude? Unnecessary flags, unnecessary position. You put your team in a position. You can't do stuff like that, man. Bozo stuff, man. That actually irked me. That really did irk me. So those 8 penalties. Not cool. Eight penalties for 77 yards, and the Jets had 5 for 35. But really and truly, what kept us in the game is the turnovers. Obviously, we're making sure that we handle our business and forcing turnovers and time of possession. Oof, what a lovely thing. Time of possession, 36 minutes of time of possession. 36 minutes of time of possession. So shout out to the Bills. We controlled this game. We controlled the offense. We controlled the Jets. We won in the trenches defensively and offensively. We were on it. Shout out to my man, Deion Dawkins. I actually laughed. I don't remember a time that I laughed out loud at a game. And this is one of them because, I personally know Deion Dawkins, spoken to the man myself. I've interviewed multiple times. And seeing him do what he did today on the field is just it's funny. So if you guys aren't familiar with what he did, so they called a trap play where he pulls out and he absolutely destroys. I think it was Quentin Jefferson. I think it was Quentin Jefferson or Franklin. Destroys him, but finishes the play. And as he's finishing it, he belly flops on the player. Obviously, the player is he's going to feel some type of way. So he gets up and tosses Deion Dawkins. And Deion Dawkins rolls over and flops. And he's motionless. So we're like unsure as to what's going on. I'm like, that looks harmless. But like, what if he's seriously hurt? So he starts flickering his hands and then gets up really quick and then jumps up and starts kind of doing something to the crowd. Fam, I laughed my ass off because this guy's just a bozo, but hilarious. That actually had me laughing my ass off. So that's when you know football's fun. Football's fun. You know, you start kind of seeing these guys have fun again and win again. And maybe these are the type of games you need to get you going and get you winning, right? So we'll see all how this plays out, man. This is at the end of the day, the Bills came out on top. 32-6. I'll take that. You just can't go wrong having your team win. It makes the rest of the week go great. My birthday is tomorrow, so now I get to enjoy my birthday after the game. You feel me? So I can go and get some breakfast with the wife and the little guy. The kids are in school, and you know what I'm saying, go and just enjoy a nice victory. And then tomorrow, we talk about some Bills football some more with my man Z-Bot. And then I come back to your ass on Tuesday with me, Carl Jones, and my guy, the thigh doc, Alex, so we can talk about these serious injuries. So it's a good week when the Bills win, and you just can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with that. So listen, let's recap this. And I really do appreciate you guys. By the way, if you guys are in here, smash that like while you guys are in here today. My man said, my man Michelle Hallman says, yo, no cheek clapping tonight. Man, it would have been cheek clapping. It definitely would have been cheek clapping tonight. But you know who decided to show up. So no cheek clapping. I know some dirty mother effers in here are like, and not I. Not I, sir. That's not how we roll. That's not how we get down. Not me, not I, not ever. We don't roll like that. And she knows the deal. We don't clap in cheeks like that. However, we will celebrate nonetheless tomorrow with some breakfast. With some breakfast. And we're some grown folks, by the way. We're grown folks, so we can talk like that. But I will say this though. I learned a lot about Bills fans. I don't want to say people of Buffalo, but I'm going to say I learned a lot about Bills fans the last couple of days, because I put a hypothetical question because I was listening. Obviously, you guys know that I'm a big fan of. Hold on, James said what? What's going on? What's going on, James? James said Lobster Fest tomorrow, Rico. Heck no, I hate lobster. Lobster is an overrated dish that stinks, no flavor, no nothing. I don't care what anybody tells me. Hey, we're gonna have some lobster. Yeah, that's the cockroach of the sea. Cockroach of the sea. You ain't gonna get me to eat no damn lobster. But anyway, let's continue. So here's what I learned about. Yo, you guys are nasty for real. Here's what I learned about people for Buffalo or Bills fans. So the hypothetical question was, if the Bills could win a Super Bowl in your lifetime, but all you had to do was give up having sex for 1 year, would you do it? I expected people to just say either hell no or hell yeah, yo, sign me up. But I had people telling me, yo, I haven't had that for over 12 years. So what's another? I said, whoo, okay. Or I haven't, does my hand count? The amount of comments I got, like what I got to was like, not everybody's getting any. Not a whole lot of, there's a lot of people that just not getting any. Sometimes by choice, sometimes you just can't get it. And I just learned that there's a lot of folks that they're ready to get this Super Bowl now. They're like, if that's the case, we should have 6 Super Bowls by now. I say, golly. Anyway, I hope for a lot of you folks that these Bills keep winning and y'all can have your fun somewhere. And if we win the Super Bowl, have extra fun. That's all I'm going to say. But fam, I hope that you guys are able to get yours and get yours plenty. But anyway, lobster is trash. I am not mincing my words, and I'm always. Now, I haven't done it myself. Maybe I should cook it myself and season it the way I like to season it. Maybe that's what it is, because all these people do out here in Nova Scotia is it gets some garlic butter, dip it in some garlic butter, and call it a day. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Knock it off. It's not. Some garlic butter, like, it's just not for me. I'm in seafood land, man. This is a bunch of seafood. I do fish. Fish is great. I do like the scallops and all that stuff, but lobster, calamari, I'm on it. Lobster, I ain't doing it. Not for me. Anyway, that being said, folks, oh my God, who said this? Somebody said sex is overrated, football isn't. 916, if I could, sir, ma'am, sir, whoever you are, you and I cannot agree. We do not align. We do not align, sir. My man Jeff King says, hell yeah, I've had enough. He said he's had enough pee to last him a lifetime, so he good. He's straight. Well, Jeffrey, if we all could be in your shoes, we'll love it. My man Jordan the Prophet says, yo, what about Rasul 3 takeaways? What? Listen, we talked about it. overall, and this is where I'm going to come in and pretty much jump in and give my final thoughts before I get out of here, because I'm actually timing this so I can get it right, because for the next few weeks, because I'm on vacation this week, so I don't have to work, so I'm timing it for these afternoon games if I can get it right. So it's working out perfectly. So let's put it this way. Today was a solid win. It was a win to get us back in the win column, but not only get us back in the win column. It's not just about getting back in the win column, but it's more so about, it's like learning how to win again. And we're not even in that learning how to win process, because we were there when McDermott came to Buffalo. So we had to learn how to win. So we know how to win. So now it's just about getting back on the winning track. And I think that this game helped us get there, to get back on the winning track, to know what winning feels like, especially doing it at home. And I don't have my book here. So, and it allows us to now move with momentum. And here's the thing that I said a few weeks ago when you guys were freaking out that we've been losing those games. And I said, guys, I don't feel terrible. I think that there's a silver lining in us losing these games and having this tough matchup coming up, because lately we've been playing these teams that are really not on our level. But guess what we do? Bills play down to the level of the guys that are not on our level, i.e. the Broncos, i.e. the Giants, right? Teams that we should have just taken care of. The Patriots, we should have taken care of all those teams. Like, if, to my understanding, right now we have 6 wins. We should be at 9 wins right now, in my opinion. I'm just keeping it real. We should be at 9 wins, but we're not. We're 6-4. But let me continue. Right. So I always said to myself when I'm thinking, I'm like, what I was feeling at the time was, since we've been playing down, we always play down. Of course, we're going to look like trash. But when these good teams come to Buffalo, I mean, the good team that we were playing were the Dolphins, right? The Dolphins came in. I mean, it's a division game. We came in and stomped the yard all over the Dolphins. We had a great game plan, right? Obviously, things have changed since then, but nonetheless, we came out and handled business. So these Eagles that we have to face, I think we go to the Eagles. I think we're on the road to the Eagles. We're going to have to play up. So we will probably get the best version of Josh Allen against Jalen Hurts. We're going to get the best version of Rasul Douglas, the best version of Jordan Poyer, the best version of Micah Hyde, the best version of Ed Oliver, Von Miller. Where the hell you been? We might get the best version of these cats. So I'm actually looking forward to these matchups. It's a 4:00 matchup. So I feel great. I feel solid. This was a freaking great win. Let's enjoy it. Let's bask in it. And we wait till next week until we face the Eagles. EAGLES, Eagles. Yes, I have a few Eagles friends that are gonna be on my case. So guess what? Bills fans, we gotta come out here and handle business. So that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into this post-game reaction show. Tweet me, hit me up, tell me your best part of the show. What did you enjoy? What did I miss out on? What should I talk about on my Tuesday show? Y'all let me know. I enjoy doing this, and I look forward to chopping it up with you guys yet again on Tuesday. My boy tomorrow is on with us, my man Zeba. I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of things to say, and he'll jump on there. I think he's gonna be a little more jovial and not doom and gloom. And then Saturday, my man Rev will be back up, and he'll have to eat some crow and say, "Wait a minute, now we back in it now. We back in it now." So we shall soon see. So that being said, folks, Patty had a question for me. I said, well, let me go back to see what Patty's asking me. What's up, Patty? I gotta check my chat because sometimes she said, what? Get it right. 6-5. Get it right. Are we 6-5? Shit, my bad, man. My bad, Tamir. We are 6-5. We're 6-5, not 6-4. My bad. Forgive me. I'm jumping the gun here. Let me see what Patty had to say. Patty said something. Patty, I can't see your comment. So whatever comment you had, just jump back in there and show me your comment so I can get on there, Patty Cakes, and we'll go from there. Andrew, my man Andrew Valdez says, "Yo, happy birthday, brother Rico." I appreciate that. Much love to y'all, showing some love to the old man. I'm getting up there, bro. I'm getting up there. I mean, sometimes people say black don't crack, and but I think I'm looking my age. So somebody said the other day, "Are you turning like 30, 31?" I said, "Bless your heart, girl. Bless your heart," but nah. Your brother's a little older than that. The little brother's a little older than that. Born in 84, baby. Born in 84. So message me. Okay, so Patty, if you were trying to message me, let me know. But a lot of times, a lot of the questions you might be asking somebody else knows the answer to it. So they'll probably answer you. But for the most part, let me give a thank you to everybody tuned in that has been supporting Buffalo Fanatics for some time now. We've gone through multiple changes, but I think this is the best BF has been in a long time, and we want to keep it that way. And we appreciate the great support that you guys have been giving us by tuning in, by viewing, by contributing, by even donating your hard-earned funds to keep the show going and keep us motivated. And there's a little something on the back end to put back into BF. So it doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate that. And once again, folks, don't forget, jump in and join us and jump in the merch store. We got a merch store, and we have our new top that's in right now, supportbf.com. If you go to that, you have everything you need to know and see and link and everything you want to join as a BF member. You absolutely can. But here we are. Make Josh Allen again. And folks, we're close. We're close to getting the old Josh Allen back, and he's just getting warmed up. Nothing better than when a player went on a small little lull of not being himself, and now he's going to start to cook. And if he starts to get hot now, look out. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. You let us get into the playoffs at the 6th, 7th, or 5th seed, we are going to be a dangerous, dangerous bottom tier team. We know we don't deserve to be there, but we are going to be a dangerous bottom tier team. Don't keep messing around, and you're going to find out. F around, and you're going to find out with these Bills. So that being said, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. And hold on. What's Patty saying, man? Patty, I'm not demanding when you have time. Thanks. My man Jeff King is holding it down. And by the way, I want to give thanks to my moderators in the chat that sometimes we have some bozos that come in here and act a fool, and you guys got to put them on timeout, whatever. But if one of you guys are interested in becoming a admin in the chat and you want to be able to help out and moderate, let me know. We've got moderators already, but we're always looking for a little one or two more to help out, and I would really appreciate that. But listen, folks, that's it. That's it for me. Enjoy the rest of the week. It's always great after a win. And we'll talk about it more on Tuesday with me. But you got Z-Bot tomorrow and then Rev back on Saturday next week. So enjoy the rest of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Smash that like before you get out of here. Let's get this video to about 815 likes. Let's get it to 815 likes. Do your part by smashing that like. If you've not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. Hit me up on Bleacher Report, Rico_BF, and I do content creation over there as well. And other than that, that's it for me, man. You guys enjoy the rest of the week, rest of the day, and until next time, it's your boy Rico. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'm gone. Let's go.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.